Welcome back to Baby to Child, your go-to spot for honest, in-depth reviews of baby products. Today, we're diving into something a bit different, a product that's more on the practical side of things, but no less essential for new parents. We're talking about the Micro Bead Sterilizer with glass beads. Now, you might be wondering, what's this all about? Let's take a closer look at its features and see if it's worth adding to your baby care routine. So, the Micro Bead Sterilizer is a lab-grade sterilizer designed to safely clean small items like baby bottles, pacifiers, or even small toys. What sets it apart is the use of glass beads, which act as the sterilizing agent. The beads heat up to high temperatures, killing germs and bacteria, while the design ensures you can sterilize multiple items at once. It's compact, with dimensions of 23.5 centimeters by 29.2 centimeters by 36.7 centimeters, so it doesn't take up too much space on your countertop or in your storage area. The product is manufactured in China, and each package contains 1 unit. In terms of setup, this sterilizer is straightforward to use. No complicated instructions or tricky setups here. You simply load your items into the sterilizer, turn it on, and let the glass beads work their magic. The beads get hot quickly, and the process feels efficient. For small items like bottles or pacifiers, it's a nice, speedy way to ensure they're germ-free, especially if you're in the middle of a busy day and need to get things done quickly. Now, when it comes to real-world usage, here's what I found. It works well for smaller items, and the beads definitely get hot enough to kill germs. However, if you have larger bottles or bulkier items, you might find yourself doing multiple rounds. It's a bit time-consuming if you're trying to sterilize a full day's worth of gear at once. That said, it shines in terms of convenience for quick sterilization sessions when you need things done fast. One thing I noticed is that the sterilizer's performance is very much dependent on the size of the items you're sterilizing. The smaller, the better. The beads don't leave any weird residue or smell on the items, which is a plus. On the flip side, the unit itself can get pretty hot, so you have to be cautious when handling it post-use, especially if you have curious little hands around. That's one area where I'd suggest being extra mindful. So what are the pros? Well, it's an easy-to-use product, and the glass beads are effective at getting rid of bacteria and germs. It's also very compact, so it won't take up much space. Plus, it's fairly straightforward to operate, which is a big win for busy parents. The cons, though? The size limitations. If you have a lot of sterilizing to do in one go, you might find it lacking. It also gets quite hot, so some extra care is needed after use. Now let's talk value for money. This sterilizer sits somewhere in the mid-price range for sterilizers of this kind. When you consider that you're getting a product that uses glass beads, which are known for their high-efficiency sterilization, it offers solid value. But if you're someone who needs to sterilize a ton of items at once, you might want to look into larger, more expensive models that can handle bigger loads at once. If you're comparing this to other sterilizers on the market, it stands out because of the glass bead technology. Most sterilizers out there use steam or UV light, so the beads are a unique feature. On the downside, some steam sterilizers can handle larger items in one go, so there's that trade-off. If you're looking for a model that can handle more items at once, you might find a traditional steam sterilizer more efficient, though they often come with their own maintenance issues. In terms of build quality, it's solid for its price. The materials feel durable, but I wouldn't expect this to last forever if you're using it daily over many years. The construction is fine, but it's not the type of product you'd expect to keep for a decade. It seems to be well suited for the short to mid-term, depending on your usage. Customer service? I haven't had to reach out for support yet, so I can't speak directly to that, but it's a brand that doesn't seem to have a lot of complaints. If you've had any experience with customer service, feel free to share in the comments. Now, when it comes to alternatives, there are definitely cheaper sterilizers out there. Many steam sterilizers or UV light models offer similar functionality for a lower price, but they might not have the same precision with high heat like this one. So if you're after something that's a bit more unique, the microbead method might be worth exploring. So what's the final verdict? The Micro Bead Sterilizer with glass beads does exactly what it promises: quick, effective sterilization for small baby items. It's easy to use, compact, and reliable, but if you're trying to handle larger loads, you might find it a bit underwhelming. For parents who need quick, small item sterilization, this could be a game changer. But if you need something more robust for a high volume of gear, there are other options to consider. If you've got any thoughts or questions about this sterilizer, or if you've used it yourself, drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your feedback. And remember, the link to get the product is right in the comments box. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Until next time, take care of your little ones and your sanity.